All right, good afternoon, everybody. David E. Taylor, you are the biggest piece of shit in the world. So I got some tax ID numbers here. Let me get them out real quick. These are actually employee identification numbers. One second here. I just got these today. So the first ID number that I'll give is this one is for Joshua Media Ministries International. It's going to be 331174241. The next one is for Resurrection Media Ministries International, David E. Taylor. That was the original Resurrection Media Ministries International that was mentioned in the first deposition about you, David. That was your first scam. That was your first scam that got folded. Okay, so next, Kingdom of God Global Church, 811195992. Those are all tax ID numbers for his scams. Okay. Now, when you look up the one for JMMI, there's an auto revocation letter saying that your tax ID number was revoked or either reinstated. I'm still trying to figure that out, but it looks like it was revoked and it hasn't been reinstated. Okay, so the Joshua Media Ministries International is listed at your 2008 Victory Way Lane, but nobody lives there. Okay, so why you have it listed as an address? Again, it's just for paperwork reasons. And the thing is the reason you have that listed as your address for that is that way you don't get taxed. Because if you have an address, say, okay, so this is how it's going to work. So say David is, if David say David put the 1302 Wild Horse Meadows as his main address on his tax return for JMMI, he'd be paying a shitload of fucking taxes on that house, basically, because it would be a church asset. So he would have to pay taxes on the house. So that's why he has this 2008 Victory Way Lane, which is just this fucking shithole apartment, on his tax return, because then he won't have to pay a bunch of taxes on it. Grab my tea. Okay, so now the 2008 Victory Way Lane, again, nobody's living there, David. How do I know? Because I have eyes on it, dude. Told you. The Resurrection Media Ministries International is P.O. Box 1270, Florissant, Missouri 63031. And then, okay, so here's the other one, the Kingdom of God Global Church, which is now listed as 1302 Wild Horse Meadows Drive. Okay, but again, David, nobody's fucking living there. Here's David's running. You're jumping around your assets. Now you're living at this, what is it? It's over there off Hager Lane. You can run, David, but you can't hide, dude. I told you, man. 18205 Hager Lane in Chesterfield, Missouri. It's on the county appraisal district, but it's under somebody else's name. And I'm still trying to find out what the relevance is of these people's name. I haven't quite figured it out yet. But it's an older couple, and knowing David, there's got to be some kind of scam going on behind it for him to get this other mansion. Okay, so the Hager Lane, David, I'm being fed information from the inside. I told you. I emailed you, and that key information, I got it from the inside. I told you, dude. I told you. I made some sun tea the other day. Okay, so with that being said, this house is really nice, David. The one you're living in now, it's ridiculously nice. And it's 11 acres. Okay, so again, there's all the tax ID numbers. But if you go and look on, and again, you can go on the website and look up the tax ID number, and it actually shows that his tax ID for the Kingdom of God Global Church was actually approved for under 501c3, effective in 2016, and then there's a new IRS letter 3/20/2021 of this year. So there's a new IRS letter showing that there was an approval of his fucking tax exempt status, which just blows my fucking mind. Is because how does this piece of shit have a tax exempt status when there's so much just negativity surrounding him? Why hasn't he been investigated by the IRS? And somebody that I talked to, that I've been speaking with, This is kind of a, I won't mention names, but it's a touchy situation. This person has said that they're in a situation where their partner has given up almost $37,000 of their money. To buy products in the last 2 years. I informed this person what they should do is they should go ahead, file a complaint with the IRS. They should go ahead and file a complaint with the local police. With everything, the FBI, IRS, whoever, because David, you're manipulating mentally ill people. I have proof of it. I have proof. I have text messages. There's text messages that show you have told people to stop taking their life necessary medication. Like, for example, people with mental illnesses, that you've told them to stop taking their medication because they've been healed. Because you told them that you healed them, you piece of shit. Your Resurrection Media Ministries, which is still listed by the IRS as a nonprofit under Taylor's name. My contact here filed 2 complaints with Missouri's Attorney General, and will do the same for Michigan. So anybody this is, again, in order to bring David down, what has to focus on is the behavior of the leader. Is there fraud going on? Absolutely, there's fucking fraud, because David, you're no longer staying at your 1302 Wild Horse Meadows. You're now staying at the 18205 Hager Lane. So you're fucking lying again on your IRS forms, okay? If you're living at this house, you need to have that on your IRS form, because you're hiding assets now. Once again, you're hiding your assets. You moved into this new house. You're no longer running your call center out of the Wild Horse Meadows. It's probably moved over to the Hager Lane house now, where you're now have this call center set up to now run your fucking scam. Now you're over at another area scamming people, hoping that nobody sees what's going on. But David, we're on to you, dude. Again, I have people calling me from other countries telling me that they know who you are, and that some of their family members have been involved with you, and that they are watching you very closely, and that they are watching this channel, and that they are well aware of what's going on. So David, don't think for 1 second you're going to get by on this, that you're going to get off scot-free, that this is going to go away, because I'm not going away, and a lot of people here aren't going away. A lot of people are in it for the long run with you, David. A lot of people are going to see this through till it's finished, because a lot of people have given up in the past. But where those people have failed, we're going to succeed. You know why? Because we're stronger than you. I say we. That's everybody in this group as a collective. Because it takes everybody. It takes the energy of everybody to stop this man. Whatever you're doing, to all the subscribers out there, to all the people out there watching this, whatever you can do to stop this man, that means filing reports with the IRS, the FBI, state police, local police, everybody. We know this guy's a fraud. We know he's committing fraud on big levels. He's kicking back on his scams right now. So don't think for 1 second, David, I'm going away, man. I'm in it for the long run. I'm going to see this through to the end. And again, Tony, if you want to talk to me, let me know. Just drop me an email, man, and I'll open up the Zoom meeting for any of you guys that want to talk to me. I'm right here. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. I won't say shit. You guys can just have the floor, man. You guys can just go ahead and tell me whatever you want, and I'll sit here and listen. But don't try to join my Zoom meetings early in the morning, 2, 3 in the morning, because you're most likely not going to get an answer from me. I mean, I don't know what the point of that was anyways, Tony. Like, if I really would love to hear what you have to say, man. Get with me. But okay, so again, back to the tax ID numbers, David. Here's another. You're running your scam again. You're hiding your scam. I will find out if there's an HOA there, and I will tell them that you're running a business out of that house, and that you're running a call center out of your house, and that you're scamming people out of that house. I just haven't found the HOA yet. I'm looking into it. So don't think for one second that I'm not doing shit on the backside. I told you guys, if I don't post videos for a few days, I'm taking care of things on the backside to make sure David is exposed. So, David, keep running, keep hiding. I mean, look at your fucking pathetic ass, dude. What's about to come to light, David? Just be prepared, man. Be prepared. It's gonna... Just wait, David. It's over for you, man. Your scam is over. The party's over. Your days of fucking living lush and lavish life is over. Your days of scamming people are over. Because everything we do is to stop you, and you know you can't come out live. You know that. Your Arenas Crusade isn't going to happen. Your scam isn't going to happen. Your false prophet, David. You're nothing more than a degenerate wannabe Benny Hinn. You're the afterbirth of Benny Hinn, David. You're the afterbirth. So this was kind of a quick update today, guys, on those tax ID numbers. How David's running a scam. So this shows that he's trying to hide his assets. Definitely. The fact that he claimed the 2008 Victory Way Lane and the 1302 Wild Horse Meadows on his taxes when he's now living at this 18205 Hager Lane just down the street in Chesterfield in another fucking mansion. That screams fucking shady as fuck all day long. David, why are you doing that? So just let you guys know what's going on. That's kind of the information I got recently with these tax ID numbers. Is David, you can't hide fucking $1 million mansions from the IRS, dude. This is just something else I'm gonna report up to the IRS now. I know where your other mansion is. I'm gonna fill out a form today and send it out. So just be aware, David. I know everything about you. I know what's going on the inside. So just be prepared. I'm letting you know. Fair warning, okay? You guys, thank you for thank you for following the channel. I appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button. Help us bring this piece of shit down. These prosperity ministers, this shit's got to stop, man. That person I spoke to the other day said that America has the largest amount of radicalized Christians. Let that sink in for a minute. If you think about that, think about radicalized Christians. What does that mean? I've read a lot of books about about religion. One I can relate to but one I can relate this term to is Eric Prince. Eric Prince, founder of Blackwater. I don't know if any of you know who Blackwater is, but it's a mercenary corporation that they were under a lot of scrutiny under the microscope for a while because of they were doing some real crazy shit over in Iraq. I mean, they were hired contract killers, basically. That's what they did. And the leader of this group was basically a radical Christian. He really was. If you read into his story, they compared themselves to modern day crusaders, kind of thing. Anyways, long story short, this gentleman I spoke to, with the prosperity ministers in their country, they said that shit would never happen. There's no prosperity ministers there because everybody just fucking calls them out and be like, dude, you guys are full of fucking shit, because that shit just doesn't happen, So they were just basically pointing out, like, in America, the mega churches that are everywhere is a form of radicalized Christianity. And it really is, if you think about it. You have these large mega churches that are just pulling in millions and millions of dollars, and where's the money going? Where's all the money going? These churches don't have to open up their books to the public for some reason, but yet I got to pay my fucking taxes. So let that sink in. That's one of the things this person was talking about, and they weren't necessarily dogging out America. It's just saying, you don't see that type of Christianity anywhere else except in America, like the kind of shit that Dave is doing. You don't see that anywhere else, like as extreme as it is as in America. You might see it in some other countries like Nigeria and Liberia and shit like that, and you know, some other countries, Korea, you know, where Michelle and they go all doing their shit at. You might see it there, but in America, it's probably the most extreme. You have the most prosperity preachers in America. I mean, you got Kenneth Copeland, Joel Osteen, you know, this piece of shit David. And yes, David, you're a prosperity minister. That's what you are. You're just a scumbag, though. And you claim, you know, Kenneth Copeland is your spiritual father, and so is Benny Hinn. When you've never actually fucking met either one of them, you piece of shit. Like you're claiming, you're trying to get big off their name when you've never met either one. You know, so find another way to try to be a stupid ass, okay? So long story short, guys, sorry for ranting, but those tax numbers, that's what, if David, the whole thing with David doing right now, his scam with these tax ID numbers is just, yeah, it's bullshit. I don't see how the IRS hasn't picked up on it yet. Makes me wonder whose name that new house is in. It just hasn't posted the county appraisal district, but I'll wait for it to. And when it does, I'll let everybody know. But for now, any questions, comments, concerns, you guys go ahead and leave them below. Hit that subscribe button if you like what we're doing here. I want to see this piece of shit in jail. That's it. David belongs in jail. He belongs in prison, actually, for just running his scam the way he is. Dodging the IRS, dodging the courts, lying to his lawyers, you know, lying to the judge, just leeching tax dollars off the system with this case. You know, what a way to be a piece of shit, David. Like, the money you're leeching off of the system in this is just fucking ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. So, you guys, questions, comments, concerns, again, leave them below. Hit that subscribe button. David Taylor, you're a piece of shit.